Hello, my dear. Thank you so much for purchasing with Medium Emary. I hope you're doing well. So you asked for a 5-question tarot card reading, so we're gonna clear out the energy first. And I hope you're doing well. It's been a while. Alright. We ask the universe now to reveal to this client time what she needs to know. We ask that the information that comes through for her, may it come through for her from God's higher purpose, God's higher intention. Anything of negative vibration or negative energy is not welcomed in this reading, as we ask to receive information from God's purest intention, God's white light for. Alright, so let's start shuffling here. I have your email here, my love. So let's start off with your first question. Due to unfortunate circumstances, I may have to find another place of residence. Do you see this occurring in the near future? Alright, so we would like to ask the cards for, will she be able to find another place of residence due to the unfortunate circumstances? Will she be able to find another place of residence soon in the near future? There's a male coming through for you in spirit. So for me, I'm feeling maybe it's a grandfather, maybe a father figure. Let me look at your second question, because it can be combined. If I do, in fact, so the male father figure in spirit is saying hi. If I do, in fact, have to move, friends of mine, Paul, I'm sorry, I said the name. I have a home the next town over from me. They're not currently living in. Several years ago, they moved to be with, and she's getting up there in years and is afraid to live on her own. I have not asked them if yet could live there. I think this would be the perfect scenario. My family members on the outside would probably not welcome to have pets, and I would not have any sort of family would. Okay, so we just asked the first question. Now we're going to combine it. Will welcome in their home. Will Alright, so I always say what you need to hear more than what you want to hear. So there's a feeling in regards to your first question. There's a feeling that there's still planning that needs to be done. It's kind of giving me this feeling there's no place of new residency just yet. I don't see anything happening anytime soon, but you got the planning card. So for me, that means like, don't make that then like bring you down and not plan. Maybe they're telling me and telling you that just begin the preparation, start planning, keep looking, go look and search and kind of go out there and do what you can to make these plans. It's just telling me no to the first question, like not yet, not soon, but don't stop planning though. You need to keep planning. Like keep planning. It's not impossible, but it's, you need to keep doing these things so that it can be attracted. In regards to your second question, there's this feeling that I think if you do, they'll think about it. This is a card of solitude. A card of, spending time and reevaluating something. So there's this feeling that maybe they won't say yes or no, but they're going to like think about it when you ask them. And there's a feeling that if it does work out, they'll want to negotiate something. Like obviously money or the best price or whatever, like maybe a negotiation if you negotiate well with them or explain or give a good offer to them. of something that is in their favor too, they'll probably say yes. But right now the cards are saying to me they will probably say they need to think about it. But the cards are saying if you give them a good offer or an idea of negotiating with them, it will work. There's something with negotiating. So meeting each other halfway on something, then allowing it to make it happen. So again, it's not a yes or no for the second question. It's more of like they'll probably say they'll think about it, and probably a negotiation will have to come to the table for that to happen. So it seems like things are still up in the air, which is interesting because the cards usually, they don't always say the exact answer. Sometimes they'll say like right now, you're not gonna, maybe, or it's still like there's still things in the making, but keep planning, and that's what that card means. And then these people giving me a feeling that they're not gonna say yes or no, they're gonna think about it. But the negotiation is kind of a little bit of guidance for you that could help you, maybe allowing them to say yes. Number 3, I had a crazy dream. It's almost as if I took a trip to the other side. It started out as I was looking out of a window and I saw a cat that had passed away years ago. I was so excited to see my cat. I ran outside to be with him. I spent a good amount of time with my cat before going back into the house. When I got into the house, I saw my deceased friend's mother, and she says to me in a joking manner, "You don't need any more cats," and we both laughed it off. At the far end of the house, I could sense and feel the energy of a male figure, and I walked closer to get a better look. All I could see was a dark figure. I remember thinking to myself, who is this? And it came to me. I said to this male figure, "What are you doing here?" "I'm not speaking to you." Then he replied back to me, but I did not hear what he said. It was as if it was a negative response, so I never registered to me what was said. You understand what I mean? I got a bad feeling that his male figure was an ex-boyfriend that cut off my life a few years ago. My question is, could this mean my ex has passed away? That is very interesting. First off, that dream sounds very, very vivid. If you saw a cat that passed away, it definitely is a visitation from your cat. And the fact that you saw a deceased friend, your mother's friend, and she spoke to you, that's even more of a confirmation you were communicating with these loved ones that are passed in a different kind of dimension. And usually when a spirit is dark, obviously, and they don't show who they are, it's usually a negative spirit. I do not feel like it was your ex-boyfriend. I don't feel like it was him, or I don't feel like he is passed. I do feel like it was just a negative spirit. And when they don't reveal themselves, usually it's because they are not good and they are a bad energy. And usually most of the times that means they're a discarnate being, which is something that wasn't ever human. It is just a negative energy, a negative spirit, a negative entity. So for me, it's a negative discarnate being. And usually that when it comes through, it's kind of goes through there just to scare you. And it can be also like other parts of your subconscious that are coming out. So it could be other parts of subconscious that you fear that then turns into that discarnate being. So it kind of manifested into that thought form. So, but for me, it was just a negative entity. And I think what you could do is before you go to sleep, just pray, light a candle, or just ask your guides not to have you get in contact with anything like that again, as it made you feel uncomfortable. I definitely feel like it was a discarnate being. I don't feel like it was your ex. Most of the times if it was ever a spirit that was once human, you always know who they are. You always can tell who they are. Especially they'll show themselves in some way. They won't just close themselves off completely like that. So that's when it's something of very, very negative energy. So that's what I'm saying. Next time, tell your guides to help you not have dreams about those kind of things. All right, so I think that's all your questions, but let me then just do a general reading. I'm going to do a Celtic cross for you, since those were all your questions, to tune in more detailed stuff. So we'd like to do a full reading on what's coming for her, what should she worry about, what can she work on. All right. Those are very strong cards. Very powerful cards. Okay, so there's this, I don't know when you told me you had to move, but you're saying you had to move as soon as possible. Let me see here. Okay, there's this feeling you will move this year. You will move. I don't know where, but it will happen, so don't you worry about it. It will happen this year. They're giving me this feeling right now. Try not to do so many things that overwhelm you. Try not to do so many things at the same time that will overwhelm you to the point where it's hard to deal with everything. You have the Wheel of Fortune, so this is a very, very positive card. And the fact that it's here, it focuses on it being a challenge. So it's the idea that there's so many things changing in your life right now. There's so many things shifting that it can be difficult to deal with, but in the end it's all for growth. It's like a karmic thing. It's destiny. It's fate. It's like things are turning for a purpose, for a reason. It's all part of your growth and your transformation. So there's a lot of transformative things coming to a close and starting again in your life. You do have this card as it's like this focus that maybe right now it seems like you're trying to you know, you're trying to fight this thing that's going on with you, figuring out what to do and how to deal with it. But they're kind of saying like you're for the future itself. They're saying like try not to, again, focus on so many things at the same time. It will happen. They're showing me that the move, like I said, is not going to happen right away, but don't let that discourage you, as I do feel like the cards are revealing to me that within this year it's going to happen either way. There's a little bit of stall and a delay, but I feel like I'm trying to ask a time frame because we are in, when will she, okay. So I am definitely feeling within April, May, within springtime, the process will begin, or you would have found a place by then. So definitely, like I said, this year it's going to happen. You are going to move, and something within springtime. I feel like things are going to be working in your favor. So the energy is good, but right now it just seems like you got to kind of hang in there, and still talk to those people and see what they say and find that negotiation, that middle ground that maybe, and that can maybe allow them to say yes, and then also pray to your angels to help you with that, so that they are there and present once you ask them. But other than that, there is good energy coming through for you, hun. I do see you embracing new things as well. Within the end of this year, there's this idea maybe of you embracing maybe new hobbies, things that make you happy, things that make you feel good again. Let me see here. There's legal stuff. So for, again, that's a move or just big decisions that are occurring right now in your life that will work in your favor. Will work in your favor. Let me see if there's anything else I need to tell you. But kind of like something that could help you. Don't beat yourself up about this whole process. If it's not happening right away, don't beat yourself up about it, or, you know, get yourself too frustrated where you get discouraged. And I think that's the main message. No need to get discouraged. It's gonna work out. It's just right now there's a little bit of you know, a delay, but in the end it's like have that strength because you're stronger than you know it. So there's really good energy coming in for you, hon. It's just right now it seems like it's a little bit stuck. Could be the Mercury retrograde that's happening right now, or it's coming, that's occurring right now, and that usually happens when things are kind of like in this weird kind of odd place, but there's this feeling it's going to get better. You're very in tune with the spirit world. I feel like you're very psychic, and I even feel like there's a possibility maybe you have some mediumship abilities. You're very in tune. So you could even ask your spirit guides to send you messages in your dreams about things that can help you with these challenges. Yeah, as I feel like that will really help you. So I very much hope you enjoyed this reading, as it was a pleasure. I did feel there was a male figure. Again, I don't remember what I say in reading, so I don't know if last time I said that or if your father is in spirit, but there's a male figure coming through as support and love, sending their love. Male father figure or grandfather figure, but definitely I feel like it's father figure, and they're coming here to say hi and send their love to you. So know that they're here to support you, and maybe even saying that they could help you with this moving process, and you could reach out to them. So I hope you have a beautiful day, and thank you so much for reaching out to me. I'm always here for you, and I hope everything works out and you can let me know. Many blessings. Bye now.